All right, guys, finally got a decent looking lever lock through eBay. I have a whole bunch of these things that I've ordered, and this is the first nice one that actually seems to be a fully functional lock. The rest of these, well, we'll go over that in a minute. 5 levers. This is an ERA close shackle padlock. I don't see any model number. I mean, there's a phone number there, but unless this is the model number right here, I don't even know where else to begin to look. No pamphlet or anything came with it. Nothing engraved on the key except the company, no numbers or anything. And of course, right out of the package, this thing, I already tried it. It does work perfectly. Gets a little bit caught up right when you slide it in. There's a little crunchiness right there, but it's a brand new lock, I guess. Maybe some lube might fix that. So we are locked up. Let's see if I can pick it using Steven Zellis's custom picks. Give it a shot. Let's try that. Whoops. Get things kind of centered here. And I've learned to keep a piece of tape handy for these little weather protecting flaps. All of these locks seem to have one, or either a rubber band or a piece of tape seems best to hold it out of the way. Otherwise, at the most critical moment, right when you're about to figure out the last lever, that thing will swing down and throw off your whole concentration. All right, let's get slide this in there. I'm getting a little caught up. Come on. There we go. All right, we know we're tensioning it because I can see the shackle flexing just, let me turn it so you can see what I'm talking about. Flexing just a little bit so I know I'm in the right place. And let's see if I can squeeze a piece of wire in there without having to take that back out of there. Get in there. Get in the groove. There we go. All right, let me slide my hand under the camera. Try to grab it like this, keep my hand out of your way. Heavy tension, and let's see if we can find these wafers, or these levers. Okay, I just got a fault set. That one is set. That one is still springy. He's set. I think he's set. All right, there it is. It was number 2. Get that wire. Come on out of there. And there we go. Open. 5 lever ERA. You know, this really, I don't know why I put off trying to pick these things for so long. Probably because locks like this are hard to find here in North America. By the way, there's no holes or anything in this. Brand new, other package. But check this out. I mean, all of this junk is stuff that I bought off of eBay. And these things, the only one I got with a key, first of all, is this junky Corbin, which can be popped open with a piece of, basically a piece of wire. It's like a single lever. So all of these are junk. I mean, to believe that there are actually 6 levers in here, a lot of these are so rusted, you're never going to get them to work. Most of the antique ones have been brushed like this one. So if you're a collector, somebody's really violated you there. But look how thin this is. So there's no way that they've managed to get 6 levers in there. Again, piece of wire, you can usually manipulate these open. Junk. All of these are junk here in North America. Even this guy, I mean, it is supposed to be an antique. There's no engraving on this thing at all. The only engraving is where somebody beat the devil out of it with probably a rock over here, trying to, I guess, get it open. And I don't know why they went to all of that trouble, because, see if I can grab a screwdriver here. Because all you need to do is take your screwdriver and put them right there. So I'm trying to do this through a camera. Right there, you can feel it, and it comes right open. It's a 1 lever lock. So why somebody waste time beating on it with a rock, I can't tell you. It's that easy to open. Junk. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, any of you guys know, have links to a place where I can get some decent lever locks? I mean, something in this class, please put it down there in the comments and I'll be happy to jump all over it. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. just to avoid all of the inevitable comments about, hey, why don't you cut it open and show us inside of it? I did. And I got to tell you, these ERAs are tough locks. These are laminated steel, and this is not soft steel going around this. So there's, looks like about 6 laminates in between, sandwiched in between the 2 heavier gauges of steel. And so what I did, first of all, is I ground off the top of one of the pins, thinking I could just drive it through, kind of like you do on master locks. But ERA is smarter than that. They put these in like this, with the small end from the inside and the wider diameter sandwiched in between. So grinding it off is not going to allow you to push these pins out. So I took my die grinder, I cut a slice here, I cut a slice there, and that's when I discovered I couldn't drive the pin out to drive out all these little wedges. Then I had to take a slice right across there to cut that pin, pop one out, and then all the others. I mean, it took a long time to get this bad boy apart. Anyway, it's kind of cool to show you how it works. I did cut it in just about the right place. If I can get the camera to cooperate. I think this is the front of the lock. So in the very back, this last one is the bolt. And of course, the talon is located up in there somewhere. And then there, stay focused, baby, are our 5 levers. So I'm going to try to slide this in from the side. So our key goes in, gets caught in the post. We begin to rotate and it pushes. This is where we were getting caught. It had to push that bolt up just a little bit to slide into the talon, that terminal end. Then it begins to rotate. And when it rotates, it raises all of the wafers or all the levers to the correct height. Then and only then does it release the bolt and allow us to continue turning the key to push that bolt over, which then, of course, unlocks the shackle. Very cool. I was able to do that with my normal camera. Now what I'm going to try to do, come on, is get the key out, relock it, and then take our LockCAM, find out some way to put them in there, mount them up, and show you what happens while I pick it. See if we can make that happen. All right, guys, I got all the moving pieces lined up in alignment perfectly. So let's try to make this happen. First, I'm going to try it with key. So I'm going to slide it in there, and on the overlay there, you can see there's the key beginning to rotate. He slides up into the talon with the terminal end of the key, and now as soon as he fits in there, right away, we start lifting the levers to the correct position. So that the moment that key falls into the talon totally, all the levers are pushed to the correct height and the bolt continues to slide off to the right there and we get an open. That's how we got it. Nothing to it. So I'm going to go ahead and lock it back. And let's try to pick it. Now, when I did this originally, picked it the first time, I had trouble getting the tensioner in there. And if you look at the inset picture there, you can see why. The terminal end of my tensioner is just a little bit too long. It doesn't really want to slide up into that talon. And I had to jiggle him. And the way I jiggled it, I didn't know what I was doing before I managed to get the camera in there. I moved him back a little bit. I just kind of jiggled him around. And then I ended up moving looks like a couple of levers while I was continuing to push on the tensioner. And as I continued to turn him, he fell just like that, fell into the talon. So now it's literally trapped in there. I can get him out, but I'm not going to. If I continue to rotate him like that, I'll just do it. So that's how I was able to get him out. So let's go ahead and slide him back in there. And we are tensioning. You can see the bolt on the very top left of the inset. Now let's see. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't make this happen. I'm going to slide my wire in there, and you should see him approaching. There we go. So keep them aligned with the shaft of the tensioner. Apply heavy tension, and then just start testing my levers. That one is a little bit springy, so I'm not going to mess with him. Springy. Okay, on number 3 there, he felt a little bit of give. And now I'm going to quit messing with him. Let's go to 2. He is a little bit binding, but no, there he is, springy. Let's go to number 1. Springy, and I'm just going to work my way back down again. He's the bound one. Okay, I felt a click and a little turn on the core, so I'm just going to keep going. He's still springy. He's still springy. Okay, that one is bound again. Okay, I felt a definite click and a turn on the core. Now he's completely springy. He's a little bound. Okay, now he's springy. And there we go. It was number one, just barely hanging there. You can see everything rotate. Let me pull my pick wire out before it really gets bound up, and I can rotate my tensioner all the way around. And you can now see he's completely free. And the bolt is, or the shackle is now open. Not a lot to it. Just don't try to get too aggressive with those levers. And I think everything will work out all right. Again, if any of you guys know where I can get some decent lever locks, not these junky ones that they sell on eBay here in North America, but good lever locks like this ERA, I'd appreciate a pointer. Just put it down in the comments. Thanks, guys. Each of these videos takes 4 to 6 hours to record, edit, and publish, so I'd really appreciate it if you show your support by subscribing and clicking on the like button. Thanks, guys.